Perfect. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Sunday market breakdown Zoom call where I will be analyzing the chart. I'll be giving you my prediction of where I believe the market's going to go. This is my prediction. There is no right or wrong answer. I could wake up tomorrow and, the chart could do a madness, especially now while this fighting is going on. It does whatever it wants. But I still will give an analysis where I believe price should go based on liquidity and what I can see is happening, basically. So I'm just going to do GU, and I believe Bilal is going to do EU. I'm just going to start from the higher time frame. So we're going to start from the weekly, like we usually do every day. Can everyone see my chart, just to make sure we can see it?
Yes.
Perfect. So we know on the weekly time frame, nothing's really changed, still the same. We know that the high is up here, made a low down here, and it broke structure here. And we know that we're retracing internally with higher lows, higher lows. Right, let me take this magnet off before it does my head in. It's retracing. If I zoom in, let me mute this, hide this. 1 second. Right. Yeah, we can see where we are in terms of higher, low, higher, low. We know we're reacting from the extreme supply on the weekly time frame. So that don't change. Every week I might not, next week I might not mention that again because, unless something significant has happened, it's still going to remain the same. So price is still reacting off this extreme level. Now, where we're looking at now, coming close to where we're trading, we know we have a low down here. There we go. We have a low here, which made a high. We have a low here, which makes another high. We have a low here, which makes a high up here. Perfect. Let me just take away that. Yep. So we can see what we're doing. Right. So we know we had a break here. You can say price, we can see that price hasn't retraced 50% based on this push, and we're sitting at a high. Also, we've tapped into an extreme supply. So the next liquidity, we can see that there's loads of liquidity down here, or price hasn't retraced to, let's say, 50% of this push. Where's low to high? Low to high here, Arafat, would you say?
Oh, so this first part will be...
Yeah. So all of this that's going on a high time frame perspective is, we're not retraced 50%. We're just reacting off. We could say a decisional. Would you say this is the decisional zone, Arafat? Yeah?
Maybe like a supply to demand, because maybe on the daily you might have like a reaction, and then it dropped down, and then it went up. So yeah, decisional as well.
You say decisional, yeah, because the extreme for this push would be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And also one more thing, if you zoom out, you know how you had to supply the zoom out,
the extreme supply.
Yeah, the big box at the top, the blue one.
Yeah.
You see how it's creating 3 taps on the top side. So potentially this might give us a reaction just to come to the internal structure where we marked out to break it. You see how you have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch there.
Yep.
And price potentially can retrace a little bit higher and then go down if it wants to.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll be worried about that at the same time.
So there are so much ways we can look at these markets and what, we have liquidity sitting above us, we have liquidity sitting below us, but we do know that we are reacting from extreme levels in the movement. Now, what we can see is if we're saying this is the decisional zone, it's not from this push, it hasn't retraced 50%. So we are buying at like on, what would you say, not premium areas, based on this push. It doesn't mean that because we're so bullish, it doesn't mean that price can't go up and let's say disrespect this level up here and go higher. But I would like to see it go lower in the form of a retracement before going higher. But as we see on EU, I believe EU took in the low, but GU hasn't broken the low, is respecting it. So it's showing us that buyers are like, they're in control of the market. Even though whatever is going on with Iran, buyers are still in control when it comes to the pound pair, basically. So what we can see is after we had this inducement high, which is still on the high of the push right here, after we had this inducement high, that's the low that went up now, and it broke this structure and this structure. So this push is taking out these structures. So this will be the last high, and this will be the last low within this push. We drop down to the daily time frame. So nothing really changed. We say this every weekend. Nothing really changed. We talk about push. Look, boom, that's your push. Your decisional was here, like we discussed time and time again. That's the last low that led to the high that broke structure. It broke the last high that made the low, and it also broke the high before that. Bullish intent, bullish in control. Until this gets broken, then you can switch on a higher time frame to say bearish is in control. But just remember that liquidity is sitting underneath you, and there's liquidity, internal liquidity sitting inside as well. Because I see this as an internal trend line. All of this. And we can, as Arafat say, potential complex pullback. Now, if we mark the areas, let's just zoom in so we can see what we're doing. So we know that extreme levels lies down here. Boop, drag it across. And then the decisional, which was here. But if we look, let me just minimize this a little bit. I'm using my laptop because my computers is away at the moment. So we can mark out high, low, high, test for me. This is a test. Push higher, low, high, low, high, low, high. No problem. So we've come back and we've induced the test right here. This is an inducement of the break-in test. If you go down time frame, you'll see that this inducement will probably mitigate this wick right here. There you go. On a low time frame, you'll find some demand zone. Marcel? We'll find some demand zones in here after it's taken out the break and test traders on this wick. Once it's done that, we have now had bullish impulse again. So if we look, after the decisional zone get taken out, which the decisional zone got taken out right here, boom. Let's zoom in so we can see. We have a high, led to a low, lower high, lower low. Lower high, fail. Fail to make a lower low. So even though it fell, it needed to come back to where? Here. Because this was the last high, which made the low and induced this area, tap into this some form of demand zone here, failed to make a give us a retracement, failed to make a lower low. Instead, we had some form of inducement. Come on. Give me a second. We have some form of inducement when we look closely right here. Look right there to that wick. You'd have some form of inducement here. So let's drop down. Boom, drop down to 4 hour. We can see the low failed to make a higher high, but it came to a retracement. So after it came to, let's say this is 50% some form of decisional zone, it failed to make a lower low. It went up a little. It gave us an inducement. After it gave us the inducement, look, boom. We had a break of structure right here. Break, test. Because after price broke structure here, it did not retrace back. So if you look what I've put this as equal lows because how many touches? 1, 2, 3, 4, so many touches. So this is a level of support and it's also break and test. Do you agree, Arafat?
100%. And this will become a smart money trap.
So more than likely, this POI that I've put here would be a smart money trap based on what? You might ask. Based on break test liquidity we're trading on, and from this low, inducement based low that made this high, we have not even retraced back. Would you say we haven't retraced back into this zone before going up? So all of this up here is just, more than 50%. When basically we're just buying and messing around in higher prices. We need to see some form of retracement down. Also, we've got smart money trap in these equal lows or support levels back into these type of areas. So, this might be a good area to trade from. Or let's just cover the whole thing. So these area would be a good area to trade from because it's an inducement based and it led to a break of structure. So this area would be significant on the chart. The reason why I marked out this POI initially is just I believe it might give me a smart money trap reaction, which potentially I could trade to then go down. But we are bearish. We have a ton of liquidity lying down here, and we are reacting off a valid supply zone to the left, where you can see that this high led to this is what caused the break of structure. This area, this is the overall high right here. So time and time again, this is what you're going to see. Price is going to react off some form of levels. So if you say this is the high that caused a break of structure here, but this is the last. This is what caused the break. This area here. So what happened? Price retraced it back to it, and now we're getting some form of reaction. If I drop down to 1 hour time frame, we can look, but bear in mind, where you need to know where you are on the push. So because we're sitting at the top up here, we know there's a ton of liquidity underneath us. So this is why sells might make more sense than buying because we're up. Would you agree with that, Arafat?
100%.
Is there anything else you want to add to that, Arafat, over here?
Oh no, same thing. As O'Shane said, this equal lows, this potentially, if we open our indicator, where is the indicator?
This one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one, yeah, that's it.
So you see how we have Asia low here. So as they are seeing to us, we don't trade from Asia low.
No.
Unless of course it has no, we actually don't. So
No,
this is
Asia high, Asia low, smart money trap.
Yeah.
Frankfurt, well, not sometimes it could play out, but majority of the time it's usually smart money trap. But in this case, where you can see how many touches do you need to see that it's a trap? 1, 2, 3, 4, so many touches. So,
Wait, how do I hide this here? So at least what I want is, because if we look at structure wise, wait, let me get the highlighter. Yeah, we have this high, low that swept this liquidity right here, and then I'm potentially waiting for a break of structure within this zone, and then price to retrace at least 50% or take some liquidity then to go down. For example, right now, if
what was that? What did you say, bro? Can everyone still hear us okay?
Yeah, it's all good, brother.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, go on.
how do I delete this?
It's a double click with 2 fingers.
You know how like the back button? Where the back button's at the top, yeah.
It's there, yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody Mac, bro. There you go.
So this where Ocean put the H1 BOS, I'm waiting for that, right? And then at least what I want is potential, like a buy opportunity to a 50%, and then to go down more to attack this. So for example, let's say if Asian session just continues going down, 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 I'll use this as a smart money trap. So when London opens, like midline area, takes out Frankfurt How, at least gives us a liquidity cycle, I'll try to look for like a continuation trade, mitigation to the extreme to go down more because we haven't retraced to 50% of the 4 hour, the 1 hour. So yeah, same thing as O'Shea, to be honest.
So basically, we're looking for sales, and that's the reason why we're getting such strong momentum down. Because if we look at the 4 hour and look at these candle, remember Yassine used to say, you know, when you're seeing momentum like this coming up, you'd want to see momentum matching this coming back down. So look, if you look, we can see 1, 2, 3 coming up, 1, 2 coming down. Of course, the new candle is going to print. So basically, we need to see some form of pullback into this or take everything out down here. Once the price reach down here, then we can potentially look to start buying again because we haven't had no retracement down here. And obviously, price naturally move like this. High, low, high, low, high, low. When you see this high up here and then start doing this, it leave a level of imbalance here. And this level of imbalance price will always come back and take it before carry on, if it wants to carry on up, or it will just disrespect it and take it out. But it would not leave, and we see this as breaking tests, but obviously it's a level of imbalance where the bullish intent has pushed it so far up that it didn't retrace. So there will be loads of orders and liquidity lying where it needs to retrace and grab these orders and liquidity before continuing bullish momentum, basically. I know Urimi pretty much potentially has gone through what we're going through now. So the analysis wise is pretty much kind of the same as him, is because we can see where imbalances, we can see potential smart money traps, we can see resistant levels, and price we usually do take these out. Like if price continue to go up from, let's say here, let's say it continue goes up and make a higher high, that you're sitting on all of this down here, all of this at the bottom. So, and also if it's so far up, because we trade probability, it's more probable for you to go and for you to sell the retracement rather than to continue buying, because you don't know when the retracement is going to come. But at least then you know that it has to retrace. That's why the probability of retracement, I would say, in terms of the sells as a counter trend, would be more probable than to continue buying at price being at higher prices, because you don't know when it's going to end.
I would say just try to catch 1 to 3 if you are buying, at least anywhere within the zone. 1 to 3 is okay, but you trying to hold to make a higher high or break some structure, it will not be wise.
No.
I would say so. Just wait for these equal lows to get taken out. Maybe 2 M15 legs to go up, or liquidity cycle on the M15. Yeah, that's what I would say.
So that's basically it. Analysis wise that I've got. If you drop down to even smaller time frame, we can see.
And also this low is a smart money trap because it swept Asia low. So
Yeah.
I'm considering this as a trap. For example, if Asia just stays here, doesn't do anything, just retraces up, I will continue to sell down because I understand in my head that this is a trap. So it will give us a reaction. And every single time frame on our H4, it gives us a major reaction. On M15, it gives us a little, small or minor reaction. So I'll take that to consideration if I am selling. Marcel, you give the ball.
Marcel wants to play football at this time. But yeah, what he's saying is if this goes up from here and give us a little reaction, he will still look to sell down and still look as this being the inducement in control. So this level right here would be the inducement in control, rather than seeing this
As a valid demand.
as a valid demand, even though it's sweep Asia low. But I remember Yassine say like a sweep of Asia low.
You got medium inducement.
Yeah,
It's mostly a trap.
it's mostly a trap.
Yeah.
And once it's been taken again, then potentially, once it's taken again, then it might be whole. But when we talk about context, we're sitting at a high, so we need to go down more. And I think that's basically it, to keep it simple. We're too far up. We need to retrace more before looking to buy in again. So we won't be looking to buy until we reach down these areas underneath this equal low. Once we reach down these levels, then we can look to buy again. And if you look, we have an Asia low here that's not been taken right here. So anything underneath this Asia low, before me personally, I start looking to buy again. We can see we have a liquidity cycle where we had some form of build-up, inducement, then break.
When does that one come?
So this area for me, I'll class as a good POI to look to start buying from after this Asia low has been taken.
One through, okay.
But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I've got for analysis. So basically, we still continue looking to sells until we reach down there. When we reach down there, then we'll look to buy the charts basically.
Yeah, she's gonna burn.
But yeah, does anyone have any question based on that analysis?
Go take the one, sit on the couch. Yeah, fine. I'll do it.
Does anyone have any other questions, or does anyone have any different analysis to what we've analyzed so far? Damn, this
No.
group chat is so quiet. Huh?
No.
Oh no, okay. Arafat, this guy come on and says no. He comes on and says no. Yes, all right, my man. Basically, my man says no, so I'm guessing we all have the same. I don't know who says no, but
It's me. It's
my
me.
man jumps on and says no. He says no, so I guess we all have similar analysis then. Basically, we're selling. Long story cut short, we're selling because there's loads of liquidity to sell, and it's not balanced; it's imbalanced down below. That's it, basically. But do you see this? This is it. This is analysis, in it. This is what. Of course, tomorrow I wake up, boom, one big candle, take out everything that I think is gonna happen, gone. Who cares? At least then I'll reanalyze again, and then we go. But based on what we're seeing, sorry, my son looked like he's gonna chuck a ball at me. Basically, based on what we're seeing, this is what we see. So I believe Bilal is gonna take the mic. He's gonna do EU. Just so that everyone knows, Bilal's been trading now for 10 years, so he's very experienced in market structure. Bilal, he's very good at market structure, by the way. So take the mic, my man. Let me stop sharing so you can share your screen and teach us, drop some gems.
It's gonna be a quick one, so don't expect
A quick
too much.
one.
Yeah. Wait.
Don't tell me you're gonna jump from 1 hour to 5 minutes straight away. Right. Anyway, let me stop recording.
Astaghfirullah.
Keeps on laughing.
Go on, Bilal, take the mic, my bro. There's no right and wrong answer to this, my bro. So
Can
just
you
analyze.
see?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so like you said, we're just selling. You see? No, but seriously, so we have been in an uptrend from last year, yeah. So you can see that, and now this was our main push. We broke 2 breaks. We got to change the character, and I believe that we're gonna reverse from here. So we're gonna be bearish for a long time. So I'm gonna look for sells for sure, and there's no imbalance neither on the daily.
So
Yeah,
would
that's
you
it for.
would you say then, Bilal, then talk us through. So would you say so that zone where you've got prices reacting from, you've got it
Yeah,
as this decisional zone, yeah?
yeah.
And is that an inducement of the decisional zone or
Yes,
break
that's
and test?
yes, it's induction base.
Okay. So where would you see price selling down towards? So would you saying is that going to make a new daily low?
I think it's gonna go to at least 50%, more than 50%, and then maybe react from here, and then go a little bit bullish, and then go further down.
Okay.
Because yeah, you can see a lot of liquidity here on the downside.
I've got a question
Yeah,
for
I
you.
don't think it's gonna go up more. I want
You know
it
that
to go down.
you know that demand where your red line starts from on the left, the demand. Yeah, that one. Do you potentially think that's gonna hold, or is that a trap for yourself?
It's a strong one, so
Okay.
it's gonna give a reaction, but we'll see if it's gonna make a higher high. But I don't want it to hold.
Okay.
Okay. So you're saying now, so where so you know where you got your change of character. Are you saying now that this decisional zone, inducement-based decisional zone, because
Yeah,
it's induced, yeah? Are you saying now that is gonna go down and make a new, well, break a structure at the bottom?
yeah. Break this external low.
Okay, break the external low. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, that's for the
So,
daily.
right.
No.
Let me
The
see if
chart is
there.
clean, you know. This guy has no book, no nonsense on there. Just,
It's
you
it's the
know,
second one.
it's
This
clean.
is my main. This is a
You
bit
gonna throw it?
messier.
You gonna throw it?
But you know what? You can see, you know, your that chart though. You can see everything though. Everything clear as daylight.
Yeah, it's I have two, so I keep it clean.
No, they don't.
But that's for the daily, and I don't know if you want me to go down more time
Yeah,
frames.
go down. Yeah, go down to 4 hours. So
Yeah,
you can see
four
where you put
hours.
that C. So that C there is that that be your internal change of character then? The one in the
This
middle.
this one,
No, no, the other one.
this one. That's
Yeah, that
internal.
one.
Yeah, that's internal
Okay.
for yeah.
And would you say would you say price would react then from the last low that made a high?
This one.
No, up above the C. That one, yeah. So
Um,
what do you see that as?
yeah, it's gonna be a strong demand, but I don't see it go up like make a higher high. See it go maybe give a reaction and go down and fill this, take
Okay.
liquidity, and then yeah,
So
because
would you mark that out as break and test then?
this
Below.
one,
No, down.
Before.
um,
One before. Just the one
this
before.
one.
Which before?
That's one, yeah. So if you draw a line from there and drag it across, there, perfect. That's what I would see that as. So anything above there going up is nonsense. Like it's gonna like smart money trap.
Okay,
Does it make
yeah.
sense?
And also
So
you
you
have
want
a
it to
trend.
go?
You see
Oh
how you
yeah,
have a
yeah.
look line building up before after the break and test. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. So by the time price comes down, it will be your third touch. And then, usually 3 touches on the
Oh
trend
yeah,
line.
yeah, yeah. Probably. So yeah, man, I don't know what to add more.
No, bro.
You're doing well.
You're doing well. And can I be honest with you? Your analysis is clean, clean as daylight. It's
Yeah,
clean.
I don't want it to much noise, you know?
No, and this is it. You see, like how you've marked everything. If everyone can mark it as clean as this, they will understand exactly what's going on the market. Is it hot?
Yeah.
Be careful, Marcel. Hot.
Use a fork, Marcel.
You guys having a good day, yeah?
And Alpha came down to Bournemouth, come see me for a bit. Hold on a minute.
Oh, so yeah, Bilal, I was
Yes.
saying that because at least you want price to come 50%.
Yes,
And then
I had it.
I haven't really analyzed the high time frame. Potentially you can, because I feel like that demand on the left might not get respected because, You see, as soon as it, no, you know the demand that I was talking about earlier,
This
the
one.
one, no, the one
Yeah,
all the way to on the 4 hours.
this one.
Yeah, you see how when price mitigated at the last time, if you drag it, if you get a box and drag it across,
Oh my,
like yeah, mark it, and then
wait,
just drag it all.
let me.
Yeah, a little bit higher. Yeah, right there. You see how it reacted from it, and then now
Yeah,
if
it
we
tracks
go,
it.
no, so that can be potential inducement, but then if we go to 4 hours and investigate, you see how it's creating trendline liquidity and equal lows to the bottom side.
Yes.
Like one touch, two touch, equal lows. So potentially, what we might see is price. This inducement of the break and test of the decisional zone might be the inducement to bring price all the way down, but we don't know because we have to look at also candle anatomy. How big the candles coming down are, because we understand
Yes.
currently internally are bullish and also externally. So maybe unless the market reveals that we're going down, then we can potentially just keep buying up.
You saw these candles already?
So
Yeah.
if we keep on getting those kind of candles coming down, then from our candle anatomy, you know how the bigger the candle, the more momentum,
Yes.
the more. So if that comes down like that, then we can potentially say, you know what, price is most likely going to take out those equal lows, the trend line, and everything to the downside, but we don't know. So that's why we have to be patient and wait for it.
Exactly. So for now, we're just looking for sells.
Yeah, 100%. Because
Yeah,
I feel
100%.
like I'm thinking about the future, like a couple of weeks later or a month later. But
Yeah,
for
we
now,
got
I feel
here Asia low, almost medium
Yeah.
decent, maybe erection. Here too. All they're not even touched. This
Nope.
one, this one, this one.
Do you see how much Asia low is left down there that it
Yeah,
hasn't? Even the
yeah,
one
here too.
underneath that one. No, the
Here
one
too.
above. That one there, yeah. That one hasn't been swept.
Yeah.
So many Asia lows that's been left that's unswept, and the other thing is that where's the POY that you've marked out? So you see that POY there? Would you say that's a liquidity cycle, the box at the middle?
Yeah, but
No.
then it has equal lows below that. So that's why I was like,
Oh, this one.
no,
No, the one down
yeah,
there.
there's equal lows here.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm not, it will give you a reaction for maybe smart money track to go down more. I mean, to go up and then to come down. But we just got to see how the candles come down at us when it's
Yeah.
coming down.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is going down fast.
Yeah. And also you have to consider, I think we're also on a weekly supply, right?
Oh, let's go off and see.
If I'm not wrong. The same thing, you see how those 3 touches of that supply, the same thing that we said on VU, the supply on the left, no, all the way to the left.
He's talking about the top one at the top.
Oh,
No,
this
no,
one.
no. Yeah.
No, all the way left.
Yeah, but that's the wick that's reacting off of it.
Yeah, but now
Oh,
you see how you have a trend line. If you get like a line across from the top, now zoom out.
Zoom out some more.
The
That's
supply.
what he's
oh, I
talking
see
about.
it. I see what you
No,
mean.
because if you get
From
your
this one.
No, the one below it.
yeah, and then across,
Then yeah, draw down. He was saying that's potential.
yeah, all the way, one more time. Okay, perfect. And also, if you go to the left again, the same supply you were at, go to the weekly,
You want some more potato?
My
and
bad.
then you see that high on the left. No. Go zoom out. The one before it. That high, yeah, yes, that high, and then it made a low, right? Internal
Yeah.
low. If you get your flip tool out and then just mark it from that high all the way to that low, potentially we can say, you see how price is at 50%, 618, potentially
Yeah.
that can be weekly test. So break, test, so price can potentially come up higher maybe in a week, a month, then induce that to keep going down more.
Okay.
You get, so that's why we have to also look at every single time frame. Because me personally, I have that as my break and test on the weekly, but on the 4 hour is different, the daily is different. So I just,
That's yeah, that's still far, you know?
yeah. But how many times have we seen in the morning we wake up and we see Asian session just move like 100 and something pips, or to the downside or to the upside. So
Yeah, many times.
we just have to have a plan when it comes to it. But you do have a good
Exactly.
analysis there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just simple, but
But sometimes trading, you have to keep it simple. Because the more
yeah,
you
it's true.
complicate it, the more you're just gonna hit stop loss, or you're just gonna have the wrong supply,
potato.
the wrong demand. So I would say just keep it simple.
They're gonna eat here, yeah. Trend line traders. I'm gonna join them.
Put your stop loss
Um,
underneath that breaking test. It's gonna hold, and then just try to make a higher high.
He's
It will give you a
cooking.
little
He's
small
cooking.
reaction.
He's
100
cooking.
pound
Who, me? Yeah. And liquidity, where do you see liquidity? Like,
Underneath, yep,
yeah,
underneath all
here,
of
this one, this
because you wouldn't
one.
because you know where it is. You know where it is. Look how mad it is. So if you go back to where you was,
Oh,
look how the market moves, yeah? Just go back to where you was. If you look how the market moved after, as I said to you, you had a push off, we have a rejection, a retracement, then push off again, then retracement, push off again. After that low that made the high, which caused the inducement,
yeah,
the
this one.
bottom, no, down, down,
Oh,
down. That one, no, up in the middle, there. Or even that one, even that low at the bottom. So the reason why I say that one, no, not that one, the one he was at before, that one, yeah. So after the reason why I say that one is after that high, after it made the high there, if you look, it has not come back to it. Does it make sense? Even though the whole thing is a smart money trap, you know that price needs to come to at least down there, at
yeah,
least that Asia low.
yeah.
Does it make sense? It needs to come back, and even if it's gonna go higher, it needs to at least come back to down that area before pushing off. So all of that down there is just liquidity and traps. That's all it is because it hasn't, it hasn't, and it hasn't mitigate. Even to the left internally of that, you see there's still, it hasn't retraced. That you could say that's breaking test. See, so where you put the C, as you put the breaking test, it needs to come underneath that because it still hasn't retraced underneath that. Yeah, underneath that it
Yeah.
hasn't retraced. Yeah, to then go higher. So many levels underneath that. It's just all liquidity, all waiting, all traps. That's when you talk about can you see liquidity? That's what I see anyway. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's around 50% here. So it might react off this one, yeah.
Yeah, do you see all underneath all of that?
Yeah, all of it, all of it.
It also lines up with your breaking test.
And it lines up with your breaking test. Do you
Yeah.
see? So no buying until at least underneath there is taken. But you wouldn't
Yes.
buy EU anyway because EU did what? It broke structure. Even though the broker structure at the very, very bottom, the extreme, we don't know if that's an inducement or a break of structure yet. That we won't know if it's because it could be an inducement into a
This one.
mitigation. Yeah, because it could
I
be an
don't
inducement into a mitigation to go higher.
I don't think
See it?
so. I think this is a real break.
But we won't know until we start
Yeah,
seeing
that's true,
bearish
yeah.
intent follow through.
Yeah.
Because price can still
Iran closed the border, man. We back to this nonsense price
So
action.
selling, isn't it? That's why I said to Arafat, I said we're back to selling now.
yeah. And
Six, what do you reckon about Bilal's analysis?
Bro, it's cooking. He's been
His
cooking.
chart is
He's
his
been
chart is
cooking.
clean.
He's
It's
been cooking.
clean.
This guy been cooking.
yeah,
He's just quiet.
I'm just observing. But yeah, I don't see it coming like to here, honestly.
You see, I see it coming all the way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my opinion, but
Well, to make a lower low, Yasin, or to keep going up?
not like going up to that supply. So I don't think I don't
Is
think
that because of the liquidity above the
yeah,
the
that's like going to 4 hour. Now look left. What's going on here? Where do you see relative inducements, POIs, anything in there? You see anything?
Equal highs.
Yeah, it was all I see.
It's a liquidity, too much liquidity there.
This is all I see. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna give him.
Yeah.
It's gonna give a move, just like remember the supply that you have marked decisional. What did I say about that? That is a smart money trap, right? The decisional supply. I said that's a smart money trap due to what? Due to the break and test right above it, and there's no inducement. See where you at right now?
Yeah.
So like, even like try going to 1 hour. See if there's anything there that you could maybe trade off. It's just like,
From this?
yeah, like to the left, yeah. Like I don't see, like look left. I don't see nothing there. I see a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and we're just trending lower.
If this high induced all of this, then it will be a different story, yeah?
Yeah, it will be strong POI. But since it didn't, it was
Yeah.
just a reaction, and that's why I was just trading. Any day I traded bears from there was just for the reaction.
Yeah, I gotta study more about SMTs. Not that good about it. So,
Finish?
but yeah,
I think price is gonna go bullish again. That's what I think. I think it's gonna go bearish, then come bullish again.
okay.
I don't think from
So you
here
know-
you're gonna make a lower low. Just due to the fact that it's not mitigating anything significant to the upside. Yeah, it retraced, but what did it fill? It didn't fill an imbalance. Yeah, it took liquidity. Was it mitigating to the left? I can't see nothing.
Now it makes sense.
That's the
Yeah.
So does it make sense what I say then, Six, that you see that inducement what we put as change of character externally, we don't know if it's an inducement or a change of character yet until we see the follow through. Now, if we start seeing it coming down, boom, 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 on the higher time frame, then we can say, maybe it's definitely gonna go down, and it wasn't an
Go on a
inducement.
weekly. Go on a weekly. Look at these candles coming up. Yeah. Look at these candles coming up. Yeah. This is a full week. Look at it. Boom. Gone. Yeah. So now look to the left. What is it mitigating? Where is it coming from? What's that demand on the weekly? So now if you look to the left, it looks like a break in the test, that demand.
Right, yeah.
So look left. Look left. Make it smaller. Look left. You see how it broke that level? You see how it broke low that made a higher high, broke, test, and it went up, and now just mitigating. But look at the volume coming down versus going up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless the top gets broken, which then you'll know, it's just bullish. I'm just gonna be selling it to like maybe right below. You see where you line at? You line at right now. You line. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down.
He's talking about underneath the
Underneath that
divisional
wick.
zone.
This one.
No.
No, up, go up, go up, it's down,
Down one more.
down,
Yep, right there.
that one.
I'm gonna be selling it till there, in my opinion, because that's a break and a retest
That's a
right
break.
there.
Yeah, retest. Yeah, we'll just say that.
Man,
Yes,
I
sir.
hate salesman. They burned me this week. Sales.
Yeah,
I
Nah,
want
I
buys.
mean, look at the 3 candles coming down for the weekly.
Yeah, I see them.
Boom, boom, boom. So I mean, yes, it has some similar momentum going up, but if that for whatever reason it's not like failing or shows failure, I'm selling it down to that. I'm obviously every day is different. Every day you could buy, sell, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is higher time frame, I'll be selling it to that point. Then from there, if it wants to go bullish, I change my bias to bullish. But as of right now, I'm just bearish.
Anyone wants to add anything?
thank you for doing the Zoom call, by the way.
It wasn't great, but
Huh?
it'll be better every time.
You know what? The more you do it, the more you learn. I promise you.
Yeah. To be honest, I needed this because once I do this, then I will see some changes.
It wasn't that hard, was it? I know, like, I'm bro, my first time doing it, I was exactly the same as you. But now I just, it just becomes, and this will help whoever when it comes to market structure. It will help you so much when it comes to market structure. Eventually, like, you're gonna be so good at market structure that you won't even like blink, you'll just see it.
Yeah.
Will even help you miss out the days that you don't have to trade.
Yeah, help you miss out the days, as Arafak said, that you don't have to trade.
Why you say that,
Obviously,
Shane?
hmm?
Why do you say that?
Say what?
Why do you say it's gonna help you?
Because it's helped me a lot.
My guy.
The Zoom calls help me a lot because when I put something down, if someone sees something, then I can say, oh yeah, that is there. So next time I'll be looking for what they saw.
True.
And practice makes perfect. The more you do things, and when you do things when you have people watching you do things, you take accountability for it, I suppose. But yeah,
100%. You cannot speak
no,
nonsense.
no.
I mean,
But
even
there's
even
no
even if you do, it doesn't matter. There's no wrong or
no.
right, like you said.
Yo, Yasin,
Yo, sure. What's up?
um, Friday I want to sell this, but I entered of this impulse candle, the one before, but I closed break even because of this trend line that it was forming. But I don't know what to think.
It's crazy the trend line. There's no inducements.
I know. I start
Go
seeing the
go
market
go to the
do that.
1 minute.
I want to take that first and then sell, but
Okay. Let me share my charts quick. I'm gonna show you.
okay, yeah.
Going to hear some Lily can come eat.
How do I stop this?
Well, it's gonna finish soon.
Oh, yeah.
Which one is that? EU or GU?
EU.
Okay, I got you. Here.
Yeah, that's fun.
Let's see here, yeah. So we know this happened medium inducement right in key time window, right?
Yeah.
And what is this? Is that an internal or an external? Remember what I said, yeah? I said all of these are medium inducements. Way since when, right? I said this is a medium inducement, that is a medium inducement, all of these highs. But anything on the inside leads to a short move. Anything on the outside leads to a what? A greater move.
Big move, yeah.
A bigger move. So let me change this color so you can see. So this is GU. If we look at EU, right? Let's see here. EU medium inducement as well, external, because this is the external structure right here. When that happened, now let's see here. Go 5 minutes, then 1 minute, and let's see. What can you make sense of this? Yeah, let's just mark structure because you said EU. This is a low that has led to this high, right? This is a high that has led to this low. Break, test. Look, it came down, trend line. Inducement mitigation. You see what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Look, just look at this, yeah? This is the last low that has led to this high. If anything you're gonna break, you wanna break what? This low. Right here. Right? Look what price does. That's why I look at Wix. Because if you didn't look at Wix, you would say what? You would say it didn't break until what? Until this candle right here. You would say this is the high that has led to this low that caused this break because it's a body close or whatever, right? You would say that. But then on a comeback, you will see how many people here hit stop loss. Right because they taking it from this BOI. Yeah? Me, I got in the same trade but from here. And I covered that high. Now if you look at GU, What can you see here on GU? Can you see my screen or?
Yeah, I can.
If you look at GU, you had a medium inducement. Cool, perfect. Look, this is the low that has led to that high. Okay? This is the high that has led to this low. Where is the area that broke? This is the high that led to this low that broke below this. So where's your break and test? Right here. What is this? If this was a demand, this becomes a what? Supply, react, failed, boom, momentum, break, retest, and it went down. On a comeback, that's your zone. And you have a what? Inducement into a what? Mitigation. Why? Because you're taking liquidity off these highs, right? Mitigating your zone. Well, if you use impulse candle prior to that point, you look here. You have a wick and you had a full body close on that wick area. And you take candle to candle and you extend that to the right, cover the high. That's your zone. You know what? You know the problem? A lot of people, like as soon as session kick in, they want to trade. Itching. I gotta execute. I gotta be in the trade. You know? So you gotta be patient a little bit.
I did understand this trade idea, but I think it was more psychology because it has been this week has been disrespecting trend lines, respecting it, and I don't know.
All it is, bro. Just you have to wait. It's not that crazy to just execute. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see something, execute 100%. But now even if you use divergence for this, right? You could see, okay, this high, right? This high is equivalent to that high. Okay, both of them got induced. Cool. That induced and that induced, right? This high, right, is equivalent to that high. That respecting. Cool. So you didn't take it from here. Now you look at the next structure. From this high to this low, broke structure, right? Now you look. Where's the high? Right? Oh, I got it completely wrong. Hold on. Here, for instance. This high right here, right? Is this.
Yeah.
Look at the same exact minute what's going on here. This is inducing, right? That's taking this high. This is doing this, right? Look where this is. This is respecting
it's
that.
respecting. Oh, yeah.
You know, then you could have said, okay, you had a high, a low, a high that made a lower low that broke structure below, and you had a medium inducement. So now what? You're bearish, you're trading bearish, right? And you had from high to low, and you go like this. You see where it's coming up to? 61.8. And then, you know, how you would take it, you'd be like, okay, so this is my POI for whatever reason, right? Because you put it right below the test. Because why? Sometimes it never comes back to this POI that you marked up like this. Sometimes what? Price never comes back. And that is what? 2 pips. The only problem with people missing trades is what? They over risking. And I do the same thing. So I'm not going to lie to you. So I understand. Yeah, but like if I'm 200 lots here, like, you know, sometimes I won't cover here. And I'll take my chances. Either mitigate or not. Which is wrong. You're not supposed to do that. What you're supposed to do with this, if this is 2.7 pips, bring it all the way to this low. 4.5. Reduce your lots. If you're trading 30 lots and this is too much stop loss for you, trade, I don't know, 25, 22 lots. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be in the trade. And as soon as you watching price, okay, this is here is respecting, that is inducing, and that's the one you want to take. You go, boom, market execute, and you here. Or if you don't want to do that, what can you do? From here, okay, you understand. All right, this is an inducement. Why? It took a high, right? It took a high right here. So from high to low, you let the 50% go away. Anything after the 50%, you could trade, okay? Let's find a zone. Let's find a candle. Let's find imbalance within. Let's find something here. I took it from the top, so I can't really tell you that, you know, I took it from bottom, but let me see. Anything here? Okay, let's see here. What is that? Yeah, look. This is a high. This is a low. That broke structure here and here. Which candle broke? That. Candle prior. Wick. Wick. You're on for a move. You know, me, I like to take it from the top. But
Yeah.
if you didn't, you could have, you know, a lot of people would let it go. A lot of people would just let it go. You know, I missed the trade, is gone and mitigated, but you could have took it this way. Right here. And let's see here. If we look here, you have divergence in that too. So this is the high, which is this high is equivalent to this high. This low is equivalent to this low. This lower high is equivalent to this lower high. Okay, here this high respecting this high respecting. Maybe don't take this one. You look now, this is a low. This is a low. This is a lower high. This is a lower high. Okay, then from here, this is a lower low internally. This is a lower low externally. Okay, cool. Maybe nothing yet. Now you come back. This high is right here, right? This low is here. Now you understand. You got inducement, you got break and test, you got everything. You got everything that you need, right? And you just need to execute. So this high, if you see this high here, this is making a what? This is making a lower high. If you look at this high here at this exact same minute, is making a what? A higher high. So what do you understand? You understand this area mitigated. This area induced. Then from the divergence, you understand, okay, this is a inducement. This is a mitigation. So for me, I was in from here, so that didn't matter. But I'm saying, like, if you had to, like, you know, keep reading price, because you can't be stuck at, oh, it has to come back there. Why does it have to come back here? Say I want to trade from here and already mitigated, and I didn't want to execute in the middle, and it's gone, and now price is here. Why does it have to come back here? For what reason? Yeah? You understand? Anything above 50% on a retracement, it could go lower. Okay? 61.8. Cool. I didn't execute that, right? For example, I didn't execute that. From here, it made a new lower low, right? So now, all you need is just divergence. All you need is just divergence. But if you want to go to the 30 seconds, you could see. And that's what I'll be hunting. Like when I'm on the 30 seconds, I'm watching. You could see here. What's going on here, right? Let's watch. This is a high. This is a low. That made this high. This high failed to make a low. Went higher, failed, and it broke lower, right? Look, break, test. That got taken. That's when, like, I want to refine my entries to like the exact pip. You know, I do something like this. That, then this will be my zone. Okay, cool. So I didn't take it from here, like we said, but now it moved off. Now I understand what this is: an inducement POI. This right here is an inducement POI, right? So now what am I expecting of this? To be a smart money trap. So if this whole region here is a smart money trap, now I'm just reading candles. I just look at this, like here, yeah? This is the high. This is the imbalance. This is the imbalance, yeah? Here. This is the only imbalance.
Normal voltage.
Why?
Waiting for connection.
I don't know what you got going on, but okay. I'll ask myself, why does price need to come back here? Yeah? Then, if I can make enough reason that it shouldn't come back here, I'll look within this region. Where did it react? Then failed, then broke. Okay. I could see one reaction here, and I could see one reaction here. Why would I take this one besides this one? Because these two candles. like I told you about, that's not a POI. So I know for a fact these are gonna get induced. So if anywhere I'm gonna take a trade, I'll be like this, right above the high, and I'll execute off that. If you didn't take that, right, and you let it mitigate, for example, okay, boom, mitigated. Now you look at GU for divergence. Okay, you look at GU here, and now you're hunting, because now you understand if price mitigated here and from that high to this low is above 50%, right? Why should it keep coming back here? Why? You have
For
to
me,
make, if you know what I'm saying, it's not just coming back to tag you in, right?
yeah.
So it's coming back for a reason. So now I'll look, okay, is there anything here? Nothing really. Maybe this imbalance, but how realistic that? Probably not. So now let me see. Okay, this high here is that high. Cool. Nothing. That is respecting. This high made this low, which is equivalent to this low. Okay, there's nothing. What can I see internally? I can see a high, I can see a low, I can see a lower high, a lower low, right? Price retraced up here, came back down, induced this level, right? So now let me see here. Is there anything here? And that's like me being picky on the 30 seconds. You don't have to do it, but I do. So this high is that high. Where's this low? This low, there's no low here. It's just a bunch of candles. So this is the only low. Cool. This low here, that high, disrespect, this is respecting. Cool. Nothing here. But I understand what? This could be a potential what? Minor inducement. Why? Because of this. Because clearly here on the 30 seconds, what can you see? You could see from this high to this low, price retraced before breaking. And price broke, retest, it went lower. And now you could say, okay, this is an inducement. If you're not sure, go to 15 seconds. But you don't have to go too crazy, because like if you absolutely don't get it, you're gonna get smoked. But if you look here on the 15 seconds, which I do sometimes go here just to look what is going on. These are the two candles I told you about. Whenever you see two candles sitting like this, they're gonna, if that's your POI, just allow it. You see this? No wick. Just two candles sitting like this, that's not a POI at all. I seen them, I back tested it like 1,000 times. Every time it's gonna get smoked. So for whatever reason here, right? You didn't take the trade here, and that's your POI, for example, right? And now you're looking at here, okay? Can you say, this is a high, this is a low, this is a low that has led to that high that broke above this. This is a high that has led to this low that broke below this. This is a lower high, lower low, right? So can you say price induced this level and that level with that wick, respecting this, right? You could say that. So now let's look here. What, and all of this, like, you have to be fast. You have to be fast with it, because price moves, like, it comes on the 15 seconds. It is literally 15 seconds. So you don't got enough time to, like, you know what I'm saying, mess around with it. So now I'm looking at this. Okay, this high, okay, is equivalent to this high, right? This is respecting, that's respecting. Cool. What can I see? I can see high that has led to this low that broke below the structure, break, test right here. Now I'm convinced you could see price broke structure fully. So there's no way that you could say, oh, this is not a break of structure or change of character. You cannot say that. So now I'll calculate from this high to this low. How many pips is that? 3.8. Can I cover that high? 5.1. Okay, it's my zone. And you can see price come back right to it and mitigate. You know, that's obviously on a 15 seconds, but like if you want to refine your zone, you want to refine and not just take silly trades or nonsense trades or whatnot. You go down in time frame. Why? Because you could see more information. You could see this is a low, this low right here that made this high that broke above what? This high that has made this low that broke above this. And now we establish it's an inducement. Why? Because price from here to here broke structure. If this was the inducement, it should have never came back and broke it, right? And even if you say this is an inducement, that failed to make a high, and it went boom, fully to the downside and broke structure. Yeah? So me, I'm looking at this and I'm trying to execute. I'm like, okay, where can I take this trade from? Obviously I'm on a 15 seconds, so I understand what I'm doing. So I put a line on here, right? Because price is all the way down there and I'm trying to execute, okay? I put a line there and I go, okay, for example, 1 minute. What's in there? OB, okay? But I wouldn't cover this whole thing. I'll just cover right above the what? The candle. And that will be my POI right there. Limit, or however you want to, execute, market execution, limit, that will be there. And now for target, I'll just go for like, because I know this is pro trend, and I'm still holding mine, by the way. Like, for example, you just go, this is Frankfurt low, right here. You take your TP at Frankfurt low, full TP. Mine, I'm holding until price comes here. Where is it? On 15. I've been targeting these for like a couple of days now. See these nonsense candles here? That whatever is going on here, this is what my full TP is, and I'm still holding it.
Yo, do
I
we
took a
agree?
1 to 3.
Just
What
had a quick question.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Like you wouldn't have taken GU at all, right? Like you wouldn't have looked at the GU trick,
Why wouldn't I?
because if you look at the high time frame zone, like it reacted from, it all really,
Yeah,
like
but
there was no advances.
that don't matter though. That don't matter because you have to understand what are you trading. You are trading what? Your session, right? For example, where is this coming from? This is coming from nonsense POI. Who cares? Okay, medium inducement in Asia. Cool. I wake up. Okay, cool. Overall, I'm bearish, right? And I'm just trying to catch the move for the session. Okay? Where are we at here? Obviously, this is not that, but I'm just trying to explain something, right? I can see, okay, bullish structure. I don't care about what is going on to the left. Yeah, unless I know it's a smart money trap. Like, for instance, when we seen the supply on the 4 hours, right? Or daily, or 4 hour. Yeah, the supply right here. When we said that is a trap. I think on EU we said, or GU. We said this is a trap. Why? For what reason? Yeah, because you can see a what? This is the high. This is the low. This is a lower high with an inducement and control that has led to a what? Lower low. What is this? Break test. So this is not a zone. So okay, cool. That's the line. So it has to come above that line for me to what? To trade. And where's price? Price, this is the smart money trap here. Yeah, price, if I don't know if it give a reaction here. I'm pretty sure it did. Okay, this was my smart money trap. I'm pretty sure like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, these candles here had some bearish candles, right? So for me, where am I? Okay, this is the high, this is the low, right? Lower high, this I wouldn't even count this as a lower high. And you would just look at this internal structure. This is a high, this is the low, this is the lower high that has led to this overall move. This is 50%, that went above 50%. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just catching the trade for the session. Like, I don't care what happens.
Quick
What
question.
happens tomorrow?
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone. Like, was it Friday's trade, or what was it? Like the one
Yeah.
you just explained.
Yeah, both of them are Fridays.
Okay, fair enough.
The sell down was a Thursday. Then, like this sell down was a Thursday, and I was naive because I should have just killed it like at the daily low. So for example, I caught the trade here. I should have killed it like maybe at this London low, for example. Yeah, this London low, or the 50% of Asia here. I said no. I was holding this because I wanted to take these lows out. Yeah, these lows out. Then price did this, right? And once I seen that, I remember this is that morning. I just closed somewhere here, somewhere around here, because I said I got burned with this, holding this all the way down there, and I got smoked. So this one, I don't think it's gonna take that low, so I'm just gonna close here. I did not trade this one. That I did not trade. But on the coming back on the next day, or on New York session, this one 100% I traded. And I remember I posted this before it even happened, and somebody was trading EU, and I was looking to trade this. Why? Because it was clean setup. And if you
Yo,
go here,
last time I asked you, it is like major inducement. Does that override, the fact there's no supply to the left? And you
but
said yes.
but that's
Can we
not a
say the
major
same
inducement,
about
though.
can we say the same about medium inducement? That if you
No.
have an external mid inducement,
100%, bro.
that doesn't
If
matter if that's
if I
if
have
there's
a
no supply.
if I have a major, like if I have a external medium inducement, bro, I'm taking it well over anything here. Like even if you look to this side, yeah, you look here, this is a high that has led to this overall low. Anything on the inside is internal, anything on the outside is external. Asia did a medium inducement, went high, failed, then whatever happened here that made it go up. This is not my trade. I did not trade that. Why? Because this just doesn't meet something that I trade. So I just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it went pushed up. I don't care. It is what it is, right? But when something that happens that I trade, which is like this, what do we say? Same day, Asia high is not a medium inducement, right? For example, like the people that says, oh, it only has to be a medium inducement, only what? Previous day, high or low, or structure from previous day. Brother, this is previous day, right? Because when you start the day here, this is the previous day. But okay, what made this go up? You cannot say this is the medium inducement because that already gone. Yeah, that's gone. That gone and failed. So what is this? Now when you look to the left, you could say, okay, this is a medium inducement here, right? But this is not the previous day. So how can you consider that as a medium inducement? So there is what? Somebody lying here. Somebody saying nonsense, right? It's either a medium inducement or it's not. You cannot say medium inducement is only previous day, right? Then come say this is not a medium inducement. What do I tell you? I say, if I'm here and I can see it, it's a medium inducement for me. If I have to go like this and hunt for that, it's not a medium inducement for me. It's just a structure. So for me, this will be a medium inducement. Okay? This is considered a medium inducement. When I take it over that, when I look at this and I look at that, I like this one way better than this. Why? Because this right here, I'm bearish overall, right? I'm bearish. And this one happened right on the key time window. Like this one, if you look here where key time window opened, after the fact that it happened, look. If we look here, Frankfurt low, right below it. So let's go investigate this.
Just a quick question: why are you bearish overall?
Why? Because market is bearish.
Aren't we bullish right now? Like
I'm not.
I'm
bullish
talking
at
about the
all.
fall.
I'm bearish. I'm not bullish at all. I need price to come here, for me personally. For me to be bullish, I need price to come below this level. So on the weekly, right here, if we just look at this structure here, what can we see? Low that had an inducement that made a high, right? And if you look internally, this is the high that has made the low. This is the low that made the high. So what do you have? A break, a test, price went higher. You could say what? This induced. Okay, cool. Inducement here, right? Price, this becomes a what? High, smart money trap. Okay, you have smart money trap reaction. Price broke, came back, induced this into this mitigation. Perfect. From here, when I look at this price, I can see this level right here, where price been stalling at this level. Okay, for me personally, yes, this is equal lows. This is also a break a test here that price took and went higher. But for me, when I look, what is it mitigating? You had all of this got taken out, yeah? So whatever that was going on here, whatever this was going on here, You know what I'm saying? All of that is taken out. So for me, this is significant liquidity to the left here. You had this high, that high got taken out. Do I believe price could come here? Yes, all the way up there. I do believe price is gonna come up there. You get what I'm saying? But when I look at this price action, okay, you could say, okay, this is an inducement here that has led to this break of structure. But when you look, for me to take like a higher time frame POI, it needs to be 50%. When I look at this, this is not 50%. So I'm not considering myself here taking a buy and holding it to go. Even if it goes, it goes. This is just something that I don't trade, so I'm not going to trade today. Like, if every day smokes me, not because today is going, I'm going to take it.
So to confirm, bearish bias, don't you really care about like 2 minute, 15 minute 2 licks, or is it like you just look at context and?
I do, but that's for like a retracement. If I understand price is retracing, but when I'm trying to understand that price is making a main move, why does it need two legs of M15? You know what I'm saying? Why does it matter? Because look, if you could say this is a high that got taken, that is a high that got taken, right? And what do you have here? Trend line. That also got taken. So why does it stop here? For what reason? Can it stop here and go make a higher high? Yeah. Then I'll just be wrong. And I'm fine being wrong. Yeah? But now if I'm looking at this, and you look here, can you see price consolidating within this area? How many highs here sitting? Can I say this is an inducement that's mitigating this POI that's going to crash price lower? You know? Like just weekly perspective. Because if you say, if you look at this like this, right? And you look here, you could say, okay, this is the low, right? That has made this high, right? And what can we see of this high? This high just wick. All of that got taken, yeah? All of these wicks here got taken. And what is to the left? What is to the left of that? Let's look. Also wicks. So look, this high here, anybody that entered here, put their stop loss here. And anybody that entered here, put their stop loss here. And anybody that entered here, put their stop loss all around this area. So my belief is, okay, that's been swept. And now with the momentum that I can see, okay, boom. Okay, now it's bearish. Why? This is a high that made this low, that broke below this. Cool. What can I also see? I can see an imbalance here. This is the only imbalance on the weekly that I can see. Obviously, you could see it better on the daily. That has been filled. Okay, so now from here, if price is failing to go lower, I understand this is not going to hold. Then maybe I could trade bullish on a high time frame narrative. But like on a high time frame, still this still holds right here. This supply here, right? This still holds because I can see a level of liquidity right here, right before my zone. So now if I go to the daily, yeah, now how many weeks is this? Let's go on a weekly. How many weeks? Each candle is 1 week. So I have 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. All got swept with one move. Can this do like this? 100%, right? So now I look at the daily. Oh, okay. The daily. What is this? What is this level here? This is a what? Resistance level. Why? Why is this a resistance level? Yeah? Now you just look at the daily. This is the high. This is the low, right? This is the lower high that has led to this lower low that broke structure, right? Break, retest, and price went down. Once it came down here, price test, and it went down. Can you say all this area right here is a level of liquidity where price consolidated and it has swept the what? Swept the low. So it's coming back for the what? For the high. Has it came back for the high? Yeah. So if I put a box here around, and I'm in the daily, right? If I put a box around this area, right? Can you say price consolidated in this area? Because look, price is making here, is going boom, gone. High, low, lower high, lower low. What is going on here? How many days this? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then it swept the low. After sweep the low, what is it going to come for? For the high. The high got taken, yes. And now can I say, okay, this is a high, this is a low, this hasn't even retraced 50%, so I'm considering this as a break and a retest, and that got taken out now? Yeah. Can it go like this? 100%. So when I'm looking at it, it's 100% it could go lower. So what I'm trading is I'm trading it lower. And you could even go like this, and you could say daily imbalance have been filled or partially filled, right? And you understand price does not react of what? Does not have to react of a POI. It could react off an imbalance. So just as long as I can see lower time frame, I'm taking this to the floor. So when you look at this price here, has this reacted of a zone? No, imbalance. That's an imbalance right here. Yeah. Did that make a higher high? Yes. So why this cannot go make a lower low? Right? So now when I drop down 4 hours. What is going on here? Oh, that's a clean break and test. Yeah? How is that as a clean break and test? Because you could see, besides just clearing this low, price also cleared this low. And what break and retest do? Once they see a break, they wait for what? They wait for this region. You see this region? This region right here, where price is wick, and they use that as a what? If this here level of support, they flip it, use it as a what? Resistance. And look, price boom, 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 again, in the same area. So can it go wick one more time? It can, but for me personally, anything from here, I'm taking it lower. Anything that I can see from here, I'm trading lower. But you could see here, this lies down with what? This 6,000 region right here. Okay, so if you delete that right here, and you go double click, that lies down with what? This region. And what do is they mark this whole level like this. And you go watch how many people trade support or resistance. And what do? They mark levels like this. And as long as it's not a body candle, they execute it. So this can be a level of liquidity in the future. But what I do believe, I don't believe this should hold right here. That shouldn't hold for the fact that this low has not retraced 50% to the main push. So if I just look, this is the high, last high that made this low. Anything on the inside, who cares, right? But this from here, we went here, that broke this, right? After the break, what do I have? A break and a retest. Anything below here, you could look for a buy. You could look for a buy. Maybe you could say, take that out, take that out.
Six.
Yo.
Why are you copying me and Arafak for? That's what we've said.
Nah,
You're
no.
literally repeating what we're saying.
But that's what I'm telling you. I'm not gonna buy from here. You know what I'm saying?
It's nonsense.
Like, if this is the low that has made that high, and I know for a fact that this gets taken, why should I be trying to buy from here? Yeah, maybe you could buy for like a short, like 1 to 3, a session, medium inducement, something. But like for me personally, anything here, this is a smart money trap. For me,
Exactly what we say. Exactly.
This is what I'm looking at. When I'm looking at it this way, this is smart money trap. And when I could look, okay, if this is the high, right, that made this low, this lower high that has made this lower low, right, I'm not considering this zone because this is not a zone for me. It's a break and test. And I'll go from the high to the low, right? And this is at 50%. So I know is what? Is a nonsense zone. It's going to come back and what? Smoke it. So now I see this, an inducement of all of that. And I'm saying out of what? I got to go pray soon. So when I see this, what can I make of this? Yeah? I don't believe all of these going to last. And I really do believe that price is going to come back somewhere up here. But besides that, I can see, okay, Here, there's an inducement, right? That is swept something. Price, there's something here, that's swept. Okay, now where can we see another inducement? So let's look. This here, swept something, right? This here, swept something. Okay, so this is inducement, this is an inducement, right? Here, what can we see? Right? This high, swept something. That high, swept something. So boom, boom, okay? What else here? And where is price coming back to? Price coming back to this block. This overall block. So, for me, yeah, you could say you're bullish and you're trading bullish. You know, and you want to take price higher because you could still be considering that this is a demand, that low, like from here that made that high, which is 100%. You could consider that, right? And you could say this is also this was a supply, this became a demand, broke, test, and it went higher, and now you could say that this is an inducement mitigation of this extreme level, right? 100%, you could say that. For me personally, this happened so like long time ago that I'm not considering it. I'm considering what's happening within this area here on, like, so if I go on the daily, okay, you can say, okay, market is bullish. It has retraced here. Okay, 100%. You could say now you're bullish because you're not considering everything to the left. 100%. But now I understand when a structure high gets taken, there's a greater move. Cool, no problem. Now, anything here, just like a medium inducement, internally, that gets taken out because this is a level, this is a high, this is a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That level got taken out, you had a move. That level got taken out, you're going to have a move, at least to here. Okay, now from here, if it decides to want to do this, no problem. I'm just catching this, yeah? And if some other day I find out this is not a long-term move and price, you know what I'm saying, is becoming bullish, I'll just adjust and I'll become bullish. You know, I'm not naive to just be like, oh, nah, I'm just bearish. Price just needs to go low. Price needs to go low. All I'm saying is, okay, this is a structure level, and I can see a triple action here. This is a clear resistance level where price here, right? Price broke, test this region like multiple times, and now all of that got swept. So this, for me, is a major liquidity because this is on a daily. This is not on 15 minutes that I'm just expecting a medium inducement. No, I'm expecting a greater move. Well, this hold, for me personally, unlikely. Will it give you a move? Yeah. Unlikely for me. So, if price now, from this low, from this low to that high, it comes back to 50% and it starts showing me some bullish, crazy price action. So, if it comes below these equal lows here, anywhere below, and it starts doing some madness, I'll just change my bias to bullish. But until that happens, I'm just bearish. You go, I mean? Does that make sense, or I'm speaking?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
It does.
So for me personally, price needs to come back below. Like below. So when I'm looking at this is age recession here. Okay. What we got here? Medium inducement on age recession. You could say that's a trend line. So, you know, this is low previous week here. So I'm not gonna take a trade. You know what I'm saying? You can, but just for a session. But for me personally,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I could take a trade here. You know, session. For me, if price comes induce this, it's more likely to take this wick out too. So if price is wicking this out, it's likely to take this out too. This low. Why you think that? Anybody know? Mark this out. What is this? Nobody know?
Some pound, please.
What happened? It's low previous month.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
So this is low previous week. This is low previous month. And if this comes down here to wick this out, it's likely to come take this out too. Both of them. So for me, therefore I'm just gonna be trading bearish. Especially after this. I seen this. All of this get swept. And a structure high. So that's a major inducement here. Yeah. And the major inducement did a what? Did a push, then it did a medium inducement on the lower time frame, yeah? Or you could just say daily high, or however you want to say. I can see price coming down. Boom, 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 all the way down. So for me, it's gonna go all the way down. On a daily, I can see here, there's no imbalance. So what is price is rebalancing? I don't know in this area. I do understand is a demand, is an extreme demand here. So, you know, at least to a move, but I don't see any imbalance going on here for price to rebalance. Yeah? On this instance though, I can see an imbalance here. I can make sense of this and be like, okay, price is reacting off this imbalance, you know, to go lower. So, for me, this is a short move for me. And I'm selling it. I'm not buying at all. Especially after I see EU and what it has done. This low. Yeah. This low right here is equivalent to this low. And you cannot tell me this is an inducement. You cannot say this is not momentum coming down on EU to take that low. Yeah? And it did not close as a wick. So what does that show you? Show you momentum to the downside. So for me, if this is going to go lower, and I'm expecting it to go lower here, this is unlikely to stop here and go higher. Unlikely. It can happen. It's just unlikely. So for me, I'm trading this to make a lower low below this. But any day, you know, I wake up and I see here a setup, you know, I could trade like this, but I understand overall I'm bearish. So any chance I could get to sell, I'm selling, you know. And obviously we use daily just for direction, overall direction, but like 1 hour for intercession. So if you use intercession, right? Where's the low that is need to be getting smoked? Yeah. You see this momentum. I could use this as a smart money trap. Because where price is coming from. Why using it as a smart money trap? Because where price is coming from. And now when you go into 30 minutes, you could see, okay. You could say this is the last, maybe people will call it inducement, you know. You could say this is the last inducement that has led to that. And I'm saying this is the inducement here that is going to break this, right? And I could be completely wrong. But when I'm looking at it, anybody that wants to buy it, why would you buy from here? Yeah? And if you understand anything about momentum, if price is pushing up, boom, 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 gone. Why is it coming back with the same momentum down? What's the purpose? Like, what's the purpose of this? Yeah? So me, I'm not buying here at all. I don't care what happens here. I'm not buying. If price just buys from here, that's just not me. But if price comes above these areas, like so from here, from this high to low, right? Made 50%. So for that, we'll go for M15, and I'll just mark structure. High, low, lower high, and I'll just say maybe lower low, lower high, lower low. and I'll look at this high to low. That hasn't reached 50%. Anywhere above these areas, I'll just sell it down, because from that high to this low, you haven't had 50% retracement. So anywhere from here, if price decides to come up there, I'll sell it down. So from here, you could catch small buys, short buys, you know, whatnot. But nonetheless, this is a medium inducement in the key time window that you could take to trade to the top side. But for me personally, I need this low to get taken, because that's where my TP is. So I'm not going to get into a trade until my TP hits. So if I see this low gets taken out, then I could be like, okay, this is a medium inducement for me. Even though this is, yes, it's a medium inducement, but I don't think price is going to give you a crazy amount of reaction of how many times price got tapped into this area, right? For me personally, so I'm expecting price to come here, then maybe here, to come back down. So that's what I'm going to be trading.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
do you know you've just gone over everything what we've just went over?
I'm pretty sure, man.
Arafak literally just said that that area is smart money trap, and it will only be trading it to as a retracement and then to sell down again. And do you see what you put?
Look, gun, TP.
Oh my days.
I'm shouting. He's shouting. He's shouting. It's
Oh
because the
my
market
days.
open now.
See?
Yeah.
See what I'm telling you? Gun, done. TP.
He's sleeping well tonight, I'm telling you. Man City won TP as well.
Bro, but you know the mad thing is,
See, I'm telling you. This is, yo, this nonsense zones, man. I'm telling you. TP, done. Both,
I hope everyone see though.
Both of them.
I hope everyone see that.
This is legendary right here.
But the more people do these, you know, market breakdown, Zoom call, do these analysis, is the more better you're gonna get from seeing nonsense and say, I am not trading from here, or I'm not trading from here because it's nonsense.
Yeah.
Watch how Asian moves.
Hey! I heard someone met a trader. Who's met a trader just went boom? I heard it.
That's me. I'm closing my trades.
Oh, I heard something went poof.
This
I
me.
got good ears, you know. I
This
can
is
hear
me.
it. I heard it.
Just to show, yeah. Look.
The MetaTrader
right
police. I heard something went poof, so I know
That's
someone
me.
closed
That's
something.
me. I'm closing. I'm done. Yeah, you can see my screen. Or
Wait,
you
hold
can
on.
see,
Your camera, yeah.
We can't. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, my spreads. You have to wait for spreads.
I just closed. I closed it manually.
Wait, I can't see it, Yasin.
Here, I'm gonna show you EU and GU. This is EU. You see that?
Can you see?
That's right now. Right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Then this is GU.
Man, the spread's a diff. They be stealing your profits.
You see? Look, this is where it's open.
Yeah, I can see it
all the way
now.
up there. You see that? And that's what I closed right there.
Nice.
Cooking, mashallah.
That's done.
And he's gonna sleep good.
I could hear it. I heard someone.
knew-
I thought someone was
price
getting the
I
trade
knew
down.
price was cut. It had to come there. So, you know, I had to hold on for that.
And the reason why you close it there is because that's around there is a break and test.
Yeah.
Once that gets swept, then you know potentially price can reverse.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Price is, maybe we'll do this tomorrow, right? Price might do this tomorrow. Then if price wants to go bearish again, I could always catch it again from here. Why should I let, when I caught it from here and, you know, all the way up there, why should I leave all of this unclosed? When I could close it and if price decides to go up here again, I will catch it again. There's no problem. I can catch it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried. I'll wake up, tomorrow, and if price is here and it does some medium inducement or something crazy, I'll melt it again. But this is pro trend sales. Like, look, one candle gone, boom, done. I'm telling you, this is nonsense. This area is nonsense. This whole area. I caught a trade here, yeah, and I believe there was a low here or something. I try to hold it, close 1 2 3. Next day, I caught this. I tried to hold it. All the way here. Caught like 1 2 3. Then I closed somewhere here because once I seen this, I knew price was not gonna come down to here. Once I seen that coming up like this, I'm like, yeah, it's probably a bad idea. So I closed somewhere here. So I'm like, okay. Then I was just selling. I was not buying at all. Then I got that from here. I'm like, yeah, this now it has to come down. So it just been, a roller coaster. But look at it like this. If I would just be stubborn, if I just stay stubborn, because I did catch it from here, yeah. If I stay stubborn and I could have closed here. I lost so much money because I ended up closing here because I was stubborn, yeah. But now look, if I was stubborn, no, I'm break even. I don't care. Price is just gonna come back, gonna keep going lower. I would have been looking like a clown. You see, I said, okay, I'm gonna close here because I think price is gonna retrace up. I didn't think it was gonna do this, but I said if price end up retracing up, I could always catch it again from somewhere here, and melt it again. Why should I lose all this money that is floating? So once I understood that, I'm like, yeah, we gotta close it. So that's that. Perfect. Beautiful.
Also on GU, the area that it's going towards, all of that is smart money trap. Just so what we think anyway. We could be wrong, but that's what we think.
This is the security deposit. I could be wrong.
You know the one that's got the triple lows and the Asia lows and the equal
I'm telling you,
lows.
yeah, you see this? You see what's going on here?
That is smart money trap. As I said,
You see what's going
whoever want to buy from there, good luck.
You see what's going on here? This area right here? This area is lovely.
Crazy.
Like, yo, that day I was just waiting for this to wick down so I could buy. It didn't. It said, no, I'm not gonna wick down, and it just kept going up. I'm like, okay, no problem. Like that's what I'm saying. Some people text me and like, bro, why did this do this? Explain to me, why did this do this? This nonsense. Why?
No one knows.
I was waiting for this to go by. That never happened. So like, sometimes I can't explain this. I don't know why it does this. It just plays with my feelings, but
that is SMT in its finest.
this is
That I do know.
This is 1,000% liquidity. 1,000%.
That's the finest SMT you ever seen in your life.
That line right here is never gonna get moved until that is taken. So for me, I'm gonna keep melting it. Like tomorrow I wake up, I see some nonsense, I'm selling. I'm like, anything I buy is just retracing. I'm selling. You see that? Anything I see, this is besides break and test, yeah, broke, retest. There's no inducements. Then you got like, I don't know, 6 highs, 6 lows going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, what's going on here? Yeah. So for me,
Yeah.
I'm just melting that, And if inducements doesn't show you, momentum will show you. Look, one candle, God. Yeah, like look at the M1, yeah? Rally price. Look at this. So, yeah, like I'm telling you, look, people was happy, yeah? We in a trade. Look, yeah. This had to hurt. This had to hurt. Whoever entered that fear, man, they were like this, yeah? They were like this. So, trend line, inducement, whatever they had going on here, break and test, whatever they had going on. So, maybe something like
Yeah.
this. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, I got it from the bottom, imbalance, everything. Yo, one candle. Yo, if I ever get hit with a stop loss with one candle like this, man, I'm breaking something. Like, look at this.
Yeah, I see.
40
Yo,
lots.
Yeah. Would it make sense to be buying tomorrow when you see Asian session coming down like this?
yeah,
You know?
100%. Medium inducement, then I'll try to sell it. But it doesn't have to do a medium inducement, in my opinion. So if
But I
I
mean, like,
see,
wouldn't it be more realistic for like midline Asia to keep instead of
yeah,
buying most? Like,
midline Asia, or even like you see these highs, that is considered
Yeah.
for me as a medium inducement. So even if these highs get wicked out, I'll be favoring sells than buys. My personal
Okay.
opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime you see price doing a main leg, it always leave what? Liquidity. Let's look left.
Imbalancing.
Let's look left. Yeah. So, and I always like to just go look left and see how main pushes happen. Yeah. So when I look at this area, for example, and it's something I just cannot explain. So if you're looking for an explanation and why price does this, I don't know. Because if you find out, just let me know, because I have no idea. When you look at this price, why does it do this? Yeah, why does it do this nonsense? Let's look here. Because once it mitigates something that it likes, it just goes. Look, this is a high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That respected that, that respected that, this respected that. Okay? From here, you can only say, okay, this is a high, low, lower high, lower low. This is the only valid inducement that you see. Other than that, like all of these, yes, you could say it's an inducement, but what I'm saying is this is none of them a structure. This is a high that led to this low, broke below this. This is a high, never made a low. Yes, so you could say it's an inducement, but it's not a structure inducement, because when you see this is the high, led to this low, broke below this. This is a lower high, led to this low, broke below this. Boom. Wake up. From here, look at this nonsense. Yeah? 90% of people, the next day, like I'm not telling you from, it doesn't have to come to 50% and you could sell it forever, but look, if you see whatever session opened here, like if there was an Asia, 90% of people, they not selling this. They not selling that. Right? They're not going to. Why? For what reason? Price is bearish. Yeah? If you have a medium inducement, you sell it. If you have none, then you just stay away. But obviously in this instance, there was no medium inducement. So, you know, you could just leave it. But for me personally, like, look, anytime you sitting at a lower low, age open up. Like, for me, if this was a medium inducement, I'll be selling it. Tomorrow, if that is a medium inducement, I'll sell it. Like, it's all I trade. Just like this. Just like anything here that's going on. Like, you see here, price opened up, and you had this medium inducement. Right? Yes, price took it out here. That is just nonsense for me. So, when you backtest this, and you look at this and you be like, okay, this is my medium inducement, for example, this or whatever. Right? And you look at this and you be like, okay, this is a medium inducement. Okay, let's go investigate this area. What has happened here? What happened here? Price reacted. Where's this reacting from? Is reacting from here, for instance. What is that? Okay, I cannot see on M15. Let me go on M5. Knowing what direction is bearish, and price does not have to go all the way up there. Okay, now look. Okay, what is going on here? What is this? Okay, this is a high, this is a low, this is a lower high, failed to make a low, set a high, made a lower low, price came back what? Induced. So okay, this is an inducement POI. Can I find something in here, right? Is this a POI? You know, if you make sense of it and you want to trade it from the touch, you can. For me, I'm like, okay, this is liquidity for me. And I go like this. And I was in this trade, by the way. You could go check. You could go check a video. You could check MT5. Okay? For me, like I said, M15. If I have to go look for a medium inducement, I'm not trading it. But if I'm here and I can see it, okay, that's clearly a medium inducement, and I could consider this as a medium inducement too. Why? Because this is a high on M15. What do you need? A build-up, inducement, mitigation. Where is your build-up? Let's see. Can you target all of this nonsense in a bearish market? 100%. Do you have an inducement? Yes. Do you have a mitigation? Yes. Key time window? Yes. So you go on M1. And what can we see? I could have sworn this did not look like this. But now I'm looking at it. I don't know. Why did I trade it? So now you look. High, low. Lower high, lower low. If you trade 2 legs and you execute from here, lovely stuff for you. For me personally, I don't trade 2 legs. I stopped doing that 2 legs nonsense like long time ago. So if you trade this here and you do that, you do. Me personally, I look for inducement into a mitigation. Anywhere here, I don't see any inducement. Do you see any inducement mitigation? No. So go 30 seconds and you just look this out quick. Scope it out. Okay. This is a high, low, lower high, lower low. You could say this is an inducement and you want to trade that. Cool. For me personally, I took it from here. Above that, that was my limit. Stop at the high. I did get worked out. No, I did take this trade. What happened here? Maybe I didn't, but just come. This is just to show you. Yeah. Anytime you see this two wick candle bullshit, don't take the trade. I don't remember if I took this trade or not. I'm pretty sure I did. But when was this? What day was this? What's this? New York? No, this is London. Yeah, maybe I hit stop loss on this day. I don't remember. I think I hit stop loss. If it was this 2 legs here, I probably was waiting for this. I think that's before I found out this 2 candle nonsense. I'm pretty sure I hit stop loss on that trade, doing this, and I hit stop loss. I'm pretty sure. Probably hit stop loss on this trade. But that just to show you, yeah. Anytime you see these 2 candles, this is not a POI. I learned that the hard way. But you just learn from somebody else's mistakes. You see 2 candles. Like if it has a small wick, it's fine. So if you see like 2 candles and say this one didn't have a wick, but you see a small wick here, it's fine. It just anytime I seen, you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm making shit up. Go back test it by your own. Anytime you see just 2 candles set like this right next to each other, there's no wick, absolutely 0 wick.
Hey man, them twins are dangerous.
Yo man, I got smoke from them like a lot of times. So, you know, so maybe like I could have saved stop loss from here, waiting for that to get wicked out. Maybe I could have, but I don't know. I probably hit stop loss on this trade. Anytime, like if you see a wick like this, it's fine, yeah. If you see like a small wick, even a smaller wick than this, 2 candles, small wick, no problem. But anytime you see 2 candles right next to each other like this on M1, I never checked on M5, so I don't know. But 30 seconds, M1, anytime I seen 2 candles like this, I know it's nonsense. Nonsense zone is about to get swept. So, you know, and that didn't happen like until I backtested all my trades and I found out like, yo, I'm getting smoke from these zones. What is going on? Like, you know, and I figured out, like, look, how many people would say this is a POI? Why does it just come wicked, then make a move? Yeah? Even though it didn't make a lower low, but look, like, why does it just do this? And I just kept noticing this over and over again. None of these that look like, you know, 2 candles right next to each other with no wick just ever respect. They never respected for me. and that's what my backtesting showed me. So anytime, you know, my zone, like even this nonsense here, anytime my backtesting shows it just that I see some nonsense like that, I just don't take it. And if I miss it, I miss it. But based on my experience, look, that is never a zone. You see? So you save yourself a stop loss or you don't, it's up to you. But for me, I learned my lesson the hard way. Anytime I see that nonsense, I'm not trading from that zone. It's not a zone for me. I'd rather see an inducement than, you know, if I find a trade, I'll find a trade. So for instance like this, you know, you wait for that inducement. Once I seen that inducement, I need that breaker structure. You see that breaker structure, you put yourself accordingly. Basically, I don't know how many pips this is, but it'll be something like this. I don't know what time this is, what session this is, but this, I would say that here, close that imbalance. Perfect, close that imbalance. Made a move. If it comes up there, I'll take the trade. And I don't know obviously what session this is, if it's gonna come up there, but this, I'll be in a trade here. Right after that, inducement, close the imbalance, you know, break structure. Why did I leave it here? Yeah, look, because I know a lot of people will ask this, why didn't you take it from the decisional? Why did you take it from the extreme? Yeah, because you see here, there's no imbalance. Me, I'll be hunting for imbalance. Imbalance is very important for me. And if you just mark structure, this is a low that has led to this high. This is a high that has led to this low. And I count candles. I like candles. And I don't take two legs. So this is break, retest for me. And if you're looking at it as two legs, this will be high to low, lower high to lower low. And you could say this is your break and test. And if you did that and you took that, cool. For me, I need a inducement into a mitigation. And if I'm looking at it like this, why should I take it here when there's no imbalance? For me, I need imbalance for my execution. So that, and right there, right below that, because I don't know if price is going to come back and close this perfectly. As long as my pip range was intact, boom, boom, I'm executing that. You know, obviously time window session, all of that nonsense. But other than that, that would be like you look at it here and you'll see, okay, why should price come back to extreme again? Yeah, because this area broke structure, for example. Yeah, this high, we could agree this is an inducement now because it wicked it and it left, broke structure. Yeah, broke structure, gone. So now when price is up here, and I can see, okay, what is this doing? Like, what did this do? Where is this coming from? Okay, now what can I see? This is the imbalance. Boom, here. This is here. Why should it come back up there once it moved off? And if I can find enough reason that price needs to come back up there and maybe induce one more time to do this, then it just, that is that. And, you know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. But for me, when I see price retraces all the way there, mitigated an imbalance, filled it, I'm all the way at the extreme, and it makes an aggressive push. The matter of just time. What's the time window? Maybe you'll be skeptical of trading it because it's outside key time window or whatnot, you know. But if you understand, this is the inducement that was bringing price lower, and price is bearish, and everything here to the left, for example, if you had an SMT or something, I mean, I don't know this price action, but you could say equal lows here, or this was your smart money trap, this was your smart money trap reaction, this is your break, you know, anywhere here you could also trade it to the downside, you know. But that's yo,
bro, I'm gonna drive back, inshallah. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. But thank you for the call though. Can you hear me?
no worries, my brother, no worries.
Inshallah, new day, guys. Don't hit stop loss at 7 o'clock in the morning. Just wait patiently. We'll see you guys.
Alright, my bro, be safe.
Alright, bro. You too, bro.
Quickly, Salam Yasin.
Wa alaikum salam.
You good, yeah?
Yeah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Just wanted to ask quickly, do you know when this will be uploaded?
This right here?
Yeah,
As soon as I exit, as soon as it loads up, we'll be up.
perfect. Sounds good, inshallah. Jazakallah.
No problem. But yeah, if there's no further questions, let's go trade Asia. Let's go see what's Asia doing. Alright.
Yeah, see, you know what happened today on Sunday, yeah? So like last Sunday,
Yeah.
basically similar thing happened where the market just crashed down and I was in the trade from Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So like I wasn't able to close my trade on MT4 weirdly, even though it hit TP, but after it traced a little bit, it allowed me to basically like close my trade around 12 a.m. basically. It was weird.
Yeah, it lags. As soon as market open, it lags a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I noticed that. But you know, I know Beerman gonna be buying tomorrow. So for me, you know, if there's
Oh, last Monday, bro, I was trying to buy, bro. After the crash down, I was thinking, and I hit a sell. I was like, nah, that
for me,
I've learned my lesson.
for me, this does not make sense to keep buying for me. I'm all the way on top of a push. You had a big move, yeah? And you look, big move coming down. Why would you have a big move up and a big move down and still go
Yeah,
up?
exactly.
That it don't make sense for me. So
Yeah.
so for me, I'm bearish 1,000%. I'm trying to sell
100%.
it. So yeah, you could find a counter. You know, you could say daily low got swept, M15 medium inducement, Ray. You know, you could say previous day low, whatever you want to say. For me personally, if I find any sells, 50% of age, I'm selling. If I see a medium inducement up here somewhere here, you know, these highs that sit in here, if I see that get swept, I'm selling. Any way I can to sell, I'm selling. So if I have to wait, you know what I'm saying, to sell, I'll wait. But for me, you know, counter trending, it's not the best for me. You know, a lot of times I just get smoked. I just be honest with you. When I counter trend, I'll be like, you know, this is, you could say this is counter trend, but this is a retracement. Even this counter trend, it has structure, bullish structure. So this is easy for you, like, to say, okay, medium inducement here, you know, London kicks in, we buying. New York kicks in, we buying. Cool, you know what I'm saying? You here, okay, you had a medium inducement in Asia, okay, boom, we buying, no problem. Here, medium inducement, we selling. Easy work. Here, medium inducement, we selling. But once this happens like this, and for me here, you know, it's risky, but if I find a trade, I'll trade it. If price comes above here, and I find, you know, this is my medium inducement, price is bearish, now condition bearish, I'm selling. I'm not buying, I'm selling. If I hit stop loss, I hit stop loss. But you know, you gotta stick to your rules, man. You gotta bring like a whiteboard right in front of you and just write all this down. Anytime you do it, you gotta have a consequence, because I know people take stop loss for no reason, entering nonsense zones. Like for me, I say I'm entering off inducement mitigation. Like anytime I do nonsense besides that, if it works, if it doesn't work, because I broke my rule, bro, you know, 100 push-ups. I do some weird shit. Like winter time, I used to go like outside, like ice bath. I had this like big ass tub filled water, right? And obviously it's cold out, so it becomes ice. So I smash it and I bring some hot water, put it on top, and the water like it's so cold out, the hot water doesn't even help. So I just, you know, I soak myself in there, and I hate ice baths, but you just gotta, you know, when you do it enough times, you be like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. And you just gotta be a man of your word. If you say you're gonna do it, you're gonna have to do it. And for me, I'll do it.
This is for the younger ones, them. Us old people don't do these things.
Shane, let me ask you, how many times you broke your rule?
Oh, a million times, bro.
What have
But
you what have you done
but
to change it? Let me know. Let me know. What have you done to change it?
bro, when you get sting so many times by a bee, you know, when you touch the fire so many times, you just don't do it now.
But maybe you make yourself this instead of going out in the snow and Ray, you know, you got a son, right? Say every time you break a rule, you put a £10 in his bank account. guess what? You helping your son out, and you know what I mean? Maybe next time, instead of hitting stop loss, you be hitting TP, 1,000 pounds you be putting in there instead of 10 pounds. I'm just saying, you find something. You find, like me, I don't want to go run outside in the cold. I'd rather go to the gym. Like, I'm not crazy, like, you know? I don't mind exercise, but like, bro, I'm not about to go running like -5. Like, I'm not doing that. I see the white people doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not white. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not doing that. Like, it's too cold outside. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Nice, sunny outside, I go run a couple miles, no problem. But, you know, so I find the stuff that I don't want to do, and that'll be my punishment. For me, I hate cold showers. I don't like cold showers at all. I take only hot bath. I don't even like cold showers at all. It doesn't matter if it's hot outside. Cold water, no, for me. You know, it breaks out my skin, all of that. Like, I just don't take it. So, for me, that's my punishment. I go take a cold shower and just, you know, or something like that. Go ice bath, all of that. And the reason why I hate ice baths is not because, like, I don't like them. It's just because it breaks out my skin. Like, I don't know. I got something going on. It just breaks out my skin. Like, as soon as I come out, my skin is breaking out. So, you know. Then I gotta put bear cream and Ray. So instead of that, I try not to do it. So that's all, man. That's all I got. If you guys are good, I'm good. We out of here. You guys all good?
Yes, I'm gonna bounce too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Sure.
Shane. Thank you. See you.
Have a good night, everyone.
you.
No worries.
Yes.
No worries. You have a great night.
Yeah, have a good night.